Get ready for a massive shakeup in technology and community impact. We start with investor and TV personality Kevin O'Leary, known as Mr. Wonderful, spearheading the enormous Wonder Valley project. This proposal includes the Stratos project in Box Elder County, aiming to build one of the largest data center developments ever proposed, potentially consuming twice the state's current electricity use. We dive into the huge scale of this plan and the immediate concerns residents are raising about everything from environmental impact to water usage.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the massive financial maneuvering happening in the tech world. SoftBank Group Corp is reportedly planning a huge move by spinning off its $100 billion data center construction venture called Rose. This venture is set to go public, targeting a valuation of $100 billion by the end of the year, and it's reportedly going to leverage robotics to optimize the construction workflow for artificial intelligence workloads. But what is the real cost of this AI revolution? We explore the dark side of AI and AI-driven data centers, examining how these facilities are accelerating job displacement, fueling environmental strain with massive power and water demands, and creating serious health concerns through pollution and heat islands. We look at the pushback from groups like the Sierra Club and local communities fighting against these potential disasters. Finally, we unravel the complex land ownership behind this massive Utah data center pursuit. We investigate the patchwork of land ownership surrounding the Hansel Valley Road area, where 40,000 acres are being eyed for this hyperscale project. Stay with us as we break down the implications of these developments. Don't miss the rest of the story. A proposed massive hyperscale data center project led by investor and television personality Kevin O'Leary, known as Mr. Wonderful, is sparking significant concern among residents in northern Utah. O'Leary is spearheading Wonder Valley, a dual data center initiative intended to compete globally, including with China. One major component, the Stratos project, is slated for Box Elder County and is planned to cover approximately 62 square miles, positioning it as one of the largest proposed projects in the region since the Transcontinental Railroad. If realized, the facility is projected to consume and generate more than double the state's current average electricity usage. Developers have indicated the center would be powered by natural gas delivered directly to the site, bypassing Utah's existing power grid. However, local residents have expressed widespread skepticism and opposition. Concerns center on environmental impacts, including noise, water usage, emissions, and associated costs. Residents have voiced strong apprehension, with some stating, "They're going to do this AI stuff whether we want it or not," and others emphasizing the strain on local resources, particularly water, given Utah's existing drought conditions. Specific worries about water consumption were highlighted by one resident who stated, "It makes my heart sick. Our water situation is already bad in the state of Utah." Despite the strong opposition, some community members see potential economic advantages. One resident suggested the project could provide unemployment relief and job creation. The Military Installation Development Authority, MIDA, projects that the development could generate up to $250 million annually for the state and create around 2,000 permanent jobs, noting that the project will utilize a mix of state, military, and private land, and has already secured certain tax incentives. Local officials, including Box Elder County commissioners and leaders in Brigham City, have been contacted but have not yet issued formal responses. The controversy has intensified community reaction, with many feeling the issue has caused an uproar. A public meeting regarding the project is scheduled for Monday, May 4, at 4 p.m. at the Box Elder County Fairgrounds. Separately, O'Leary has announced a companion data center project for Alberta, Canada, in 2024, which has not yet broken ground. SoftBank Group Corp is reportedly planning to launch Rose, a publicly traded data center construction venture, with a projected valuation of approximately $100 billion by the end of the year, with an expected listing on a U.S. exchange. Rose is specifically focused on constructing data centers optimized for artificial intelligence workloads and is reportedly incorporating robotics to streamline the construction workflow. The venture is structured as a spin-off, suggesting it will integrate assets from SoftBank's existing portfolio. A likely candidate for inclusion is SB Energy Inc., a SoftBank unit specializing in data center and renewable energy infrastructure, which has previously worked on projects like the Stargate campus for OpenAI Group PBC and solar parks for Google Cloud. The focus on robotics is significant, as SoftBank has recently acquired the robotics business of ABB Group for $5.4 billion, acquiring robotic arms optimized for tasks like welding, which Rose could automate during construction. Further automation targets include construction material transport, leveraging technologies such as autonomous driving features in haul trucks and robots for concrete removal. SoftBank's broader strategy involves automating not only construction, but also facility management. The company is developing robots for tasks such as server installation, fault inspection, and replacement, including autonomous forklifts. To address a known bottleneck in data center maintenance, managing server cables, SoftBank has developed a cableless server rack utilizing metal bars and custom connectors. Testing this technology is planned for a data center currently under construction in Hokkaido, Japan, which may be integrated into Rose. Market analysts note that the ambitious timeline and $100 billion valuation target for the spin-off's listing could be subject to change. Executives have expressed reservations about the current roadmap's feasibility. SoftBank may utilize proceeds from the offering to fuel further investments in AI, given its existing significant stakes in OpenAI Group PBC and recent investments in data center-related private equity firms. Artificial intelligence and the rapidly expanding network of AI-driven data centers are ushering in a societal shift with potentially catastrophic consequences, according to analysis from CityWatch LA. AI is poised to automate millions of jobs, affecting entry-level roles across entertainment, legal research, and medicine, primarily benefiting a small elite while threatening the broader workforce. This trend is also eroding educational value, as students increasingly rely on AI for assignments, hindering the development of critical thinking skills. Furthermore, AI-driven screening tools are creating new barriers for job seekers, demanding that applicants tailor their resumes to AI-friendly language to pass initial hurdles. Concerns are mounting that increasingly autonomous AI systems could eventually make decisions detrimental to humans. The physical infrastructure supporting this AI revolution, data centers, presents severe environmental and community challenges. These facilities require massive amounts of power, demanding energy levels comparable to a mid-sized city, and consume millions of gallons of water daily for cooling, placing immense strain on water-stressed regions like Southern California and depleting groundwater supplies in areas like the San Gabriel Valley. Adding to the environmental burden, many data centers rely on fossil fuels, including coal and diesel backup generators, exacerbating air pollution linked to respiratory illnesses and cognitive health issues. This aligns with political agendas that favor resource depletion. Moreover, the constant noise pollution from cooling systems disrupts local quality of life, and the massive physical footprint of these windowless structures can eliminate vital agricultural land or properties needed for housing. Beyond resource consumption, data centers contribute to a significant heat island effect, creating microclimates that raise local temperatures and generate toxic electronic waste, with less than 25% being recycled, exposing communities to heavy metals like mercury and lead. Regulatory gaps are severe. Despite environmental protections, legislators are aggressively weakening laws like the California Environmental Quality Act to facilitate data center expansion. While some tech giants receive substantial tax incentives, local communities see minimal benefit. Opposition is growing, with over 200 environmental groups and local communities actively fighting against development. Cities like Monterey Park have implemented moratoriums, and groups are pushing for solutions such as load tariffs, requirements for clean energy sourcing, and advanced, water-efficient cooling technologies. Local officials, such as the LA County Board of Supervisors, are beginning to evaluate risks and establish best practices for regulation. However, the battle remains fierce, as special interests continue to influence policy, and the potential for widespread negative impacts on public health, water security, and environmental integrity is deemed dramatic if action is not taken swiftly. Salt Lake City, Utah, a significant land ownership puzzle is emerging as the state pursues a massive hyperscale data center project. The area in question, specifically along Hansel Valley Road, is the focus of intense development interest, with approximately 40,000 acres currently being eyed for the colossal infrastructure undertaking. Local reporting, as featured on channel YouTube by Rick Egan for the Salt Lake Tribune, is delving into the complex patchwork of land ownership that underpins this ambitious project. The development signals a major push in Utah's technological and data infrastructure sector, bringing with it complex considerations regarding property rights, zoning, and regional economic impact as the project moves forward.